everyone, and welcome to Puzzles, Cats, and Life. Today is Veterans Day in the United States. And so for today, I found this awesome puzzle at the library that I just had to bring home. I saw it several months ago, but I didn't pick it up then. It wasn't until just a few weeks ago that I said, you know what? I think I want to do that puzzle for Veterans Day. So here is the puzzle. It's called American Military History. It's an old White Mountain puzzle. It's from 1999. So I think that's so cool, and I can't wait to get started. I'm gonna get it over on the table. Oh, let's check and see who the artist is. They didn't have AI in 1999, so it's gotta have an artist. The artist is Randy Green, and he did this wonderful illustration. Oh my gosh, there is so much going on here. Well, let's get it on the table, get a look at it. Okay, one of the first things I have to say about this puzzle is this little banner here. World War II and more! Like World War II is such a wonderful thing. Yeah, no, not so much. They do have a lot of the people that were considered both military heroes, and I think we've actually got the villains in here too. They have the battle sites, certain battle sites. This is interesting. Tillamook, Oregon is a blimp base. I didn't know that. Kansas Aviation Museum, Fort Casper Museum. A lot of really interesting stuff in this. It's typical White Mountain. It's very busy. I think I'm going to enjoy this. There's probably going to be some World War II stuff in here that, was things that my dad talked about. This is most of the World War II things here. I can tell you there's a big rising sun over Japan on the map here. And my dad was at Bougainville, which was right down here. And Korea is right here and right in here. And my brother was there for, gosh, nearly 20 years, I guess. Okay, well, let's quit talking about it and get working on it. I am going to see what we got in the box. So a lot of it got put in the box, kind of stuck together. It comes apart easy enough. This is an older White Mountain puzzle, so it's probably not going to hold together super well. And I can see there's already some damage where the image is lifted up off the backing. But let's just get right into this. I don't know about sorting other than edge pieces, because you look at this thing and everything that's on the edge are these museums and things like that, forts, whatever. So none of the stuff that's in the middle here is going to be visible on the edges. This is probably going to end up being all pick and place. But that's okay. I can do that. So let's get into time lapse, and I'll sort the edges out and then see what I want to do. You know, I wasn't even sure if this was going to fit on my board. I remember that other white mountain I put on a piece of cardboard and it barely hung over the edge. But it fits just fine. So I got all of the edge pieces, which of course I didn't put it all together because then I can't work on the top. And these pieces here, these are all part of the little squares around the edge. So they will fit in with all of those. If I can figure out where they all go. And then I can move on to the rest of the puzzle. I want to put all of these guys in first. So I'm going to do that next. It says Pittsburgh. And it's got to be over here somewhere. But I don't see Pittsburgh over there anywhere. So I don't know. Anyway. So I'm going to put these in next, and then I'm going to try and work up at the top. As usual, I like to work at the top. We have these gold letters, which I saw them in here. And we have all these people across here. This sticker is not part of the puzzle, by the way. That's just put on the box. And then we have all these people across here. So that'll be the next phase after I put the rest of these in. I'm going to do all of this across here. Okay. Okay, so I got a lot done on the top here. It took a long time. You know, this puzzle is really only doable with pick and place, because even though you can sort out things, what I ended up sorting was all of this that I could see, you know, all the people. I found those and sorted out by those. So, you know, you sort it out by looking at all the little individual people here and all these little scenes. And so when you sort it out by that, means that you are going to be doing pick and place. The only problem I have with it is that some of this writing is so tiny, I can't read it. I can't read it on the box, and I can't read it on the puzzle pieces. So I really have to go more by the people and the little scenes that are going on than by anything that is written. But I think it'll be just fine. I don't mind doing pick and place. It just goes a little slower. All right, so let me get back into it and continue on working. I'm gonna see, you know, if I find anything more I can fill up in there, and then start working on the bottom, and then I'll be able to fill in the middle. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is a very big puzzle. I've kind of run out of room to work down here, and this is just turning into a mess. So I'm going to have to go ahead and push the top up and put it together so that I have room to work down here. And of course, that'll make it more difficult to fill in these spaces up at the top that haven't been filled in yet. But all of this up here, I think, is large enough that I can see it okay. This is down here is basically where all the little tiny print and smaller scenes are. So I'm going to do that. Just go ahead and put the puzzle, the top and the bottom together so that I have the room to put stuff in down here. I've almost made it through the whole box on the second sort that I'm doing. And I've got these pieces over here in the drawer. They're mostly, I don't know where they go. I couldn't really figure them out. All of this here, I know where they all go. I just don't have the room to put them in. So I'm going to put the puzzle together, and then I'm going to keep working from there. Well, there is so much going on in this puzzle. I only have a few pieces left, just the ones that I couldn't figure out earlier that I put in there. But there's just so much in this puzzle. There's no way I could talk about all of it. So hopefully you'll get a chance when I do the flyover to at least pause it at times to have a look and see. But you know, we've got World War II, Pearl Harbor. That was my dad. My dad was at Pearl Harbor. And we've got the Civil War, and my dad was a huge Civil War buff too. Plus there's Teddy Roosevelt. My dad also liked Teddy Roosevelt. We've got the War for Independence. I've read a lot about that, so I could probably tell you a bunch of things about that. And of course, we have the military leaders for the US and allies, and we have the military leaders for the Axis powers too. Around the edges, these are all museums and parks dedicated to the military. But there's just so much. And there's a lot of things in here that I know very little about, and some I've never even really heard of, like the Banana Wars. I had no idea that we were involved in something called the Banana Wars in Haiti and the Dominican Republic in 1915. Okay, that's a new one for me. I didn't really know anything about that. But anyway, this has been a really nice puzzle. Wow. If I was into military history to the point my dad was, he would have wanted to hang this puzzle on the wall. So, in honor of my dad, I'm not hanging it on the wall. I'm taking it back to the library. But I'm remembering how much you liked learning about some of these things and how much you would have liked hanging this puzzle on the wall. You would have enjoyed this puzzle, Dad. You really would have. All right, so let's finish it up. Just a few pieces left. One piece left, and I can't figure out where it goes. I'm not feeling the hole, and it's so busy I can't see the hole, if there is a hole. So I don't know where this piece goes. I'm not finding a hole. Oh, there it is. Found it. And there we go. You know, there's been a lot of veterans in my family going all the way back to the War of Independence. I even had an ancestor who survived Andersonville prison, all the way up to my brother, who is alive and well and living in Texas. He served in Korea, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. I hope you liked the video. If you did, would you hit that like button? And if you see a veteran today, please remember to tell them, thank you for your service.